Hello friends, welcome to my channel Beginners SAP Guide. Today my topic is background job. So it's one of the important topic of SAP. So let's start with the topic. First of all, why background job is required and why background processing is required. See, in SAP we have dialog mode, at the same time we have background mode. So dialog mode we need when we do some processing immediate manner, like interactive way. And when we come to the point of background, when the jobs are long running jobs, it will take so much of time to run. To free my uh, you know user to do other process, we need background jobs. So these are the reasons of have shown. First is reducing the load of dialog work process, as I said, scheduling regular activities. Dialog work processes are intended for dialog processing. For this reason, the duration of dialog step is limited, whereas the background processing is intended for operations that required for a longer time to run. I said background processing is also suitable for activities that are scheduled to run regularly, for example database backups or financial evaluations. Come to the next. Now, what is background job? This job consists of one or more steps. First thing. Next is a job step is one of the following, that is above program maybe with variants needed, external command may be required, maybe external program required. Now one job is processed by one background work process, as we know. In my last video also I have discussed about the work process and all. So now come to the point here. Job, how the job can be triggered, means when to run that background job particularly. Either you can schedule it by time or you can schedule it by event. Now I'll come to this in the next slide. So at the same time we need to know the priority, which is the high priority and which is the low priority of the job. So for that there are six priorities. One is class A job with target server, where you have to mention the target server name, or class A job without the target server, you have to mention the job without target server. Same way for class B job and class C job. A is the topmost priority job and C is the lowest priority job. Now come to the next. Now what is background job? Now a background job consists one or more steps. A step can be above program, external command, external program, as just shown in the last slide. And each job is processed without interruption by a single background work process. A job can be triggered to run preferred defined time or date, or occurrence or a predefined event. That means I can schedule a job particular time and date, or else I can schedule a job like one program is running already. After that program will be just stopped running, then my background job process will start. That is the event based. Now it can be prioritized as class A, class B and class C. Class is the highest priority, B is medium and C is low. Now jobs allocated to the target servers have higher priority than untargeted jobs. Come to the next. Now the components of the background jobs. First, I'm just not going through all the details. You can have the slide already in my video. I'm just naming the topics. One is job name, next is job class, target host, job steps, start time, interval, repeat interval time, then job print list, job log, job spool recipient list. So you have the definition over here, all the details. So I'm not reading out because it will be longer for my video also. So to keep my video short, I'm just leaving it here. I just read out the names. Now come to the next point. Now job definition field. Again, there are so many definition is already been given to my slide, so I'm not reading it out one by one. I'm just mentioning the name of it so that you'll get the idea what is it, and you can go through my slides also after pausing my video. That's also possible for you, right? So first is job name. You have to give some name to the job. Job class you have to mention. class A, class B, class C job. Then target host means target server name you have to give if it is required. Next is job step. Now how to process the job, you have to define certain steps, either by event based or by time based as per job schedule. That's up to you. Next, now defining a job using job wizard. Now when we come to the SAP system, there we have possibilities. Either we define the job with SM36 code through the screens, or a job wizard also available like this, where we can schedule the job step by step. It will be helpful for the beginners, those who are just new into the SAP. So that's all about here. Come to the next point. Now defining a job using job wizard. Continue my slide. So I've written here how the steps can be done. You can get the idea from here also. So I'm not reading out all the steps. Come to the next. Now come to the conditions of a job. Now one can be time based, another can be event based. Now time based, it may be immediate. Just now you want to schedule the job either at a particular date or time, and choose an work day per month, once in a periodically also you can do. And for event based, once or periodically with or without parameter you have to mention. Then after a job, one job is just end of the job, you have mentioned that this job has to run after that particular job. So that mention after job, that means one job is already been running. After that job will be stopped running, then only your job will be start running. So it's a condition based. Next we'll come to the change of operation mode. Now this I'll come to the practical area. When I'll practically will go show all this stuff, you'll get to know what is operation mode and all. Now there are two parts you have to know also. Time based job, we have this is the parameter for that. Here you can define the time. The parameter name is rdisk /btc time, and for rdisk /btc name for event based. So come to my next slide. Now you have to give start conditions. When you define a background job, it is mandatory that you have to define the start condition, how the job will be started. Now one is time based, which is immediate, at time, at particular work day or date. The definition is already been there in a detail. I have already shown you the previous slide, so I'm not going through it by reading only. It will be wastage of time for both of us. So you can read it out. You can pause my video and read it out. Then event based means after a particular event, once the event will run, then only I can start my job to run. So again, I have defined all the detail over here. Moving on to the next slide. Now executing program as job steps. Now when we start a job particularly, there we have ABAP program, external command. With some command, operating system command, we can run the job, or some external program. That means here I am giving the condition for ABAP program. Once the ABAP program is run, only my job will then start to run. Next, external command. Say few operating system command I am going to run. After that command will be run successfully, only then my job will start running in SAP. Now come to the external program. Now I have developed say some program through some other language. After that program will run particularly and output is successful of that program, then my job will start running over here. So I can say it as SAP XPG. There is the program SAP XPG. You can read out through online also. There are so many sites where you can get the details of it. Come to the next. Now executing a program as job steps count means now executing programs as a job steps, which I continue over here. Again, the job steps can be any of this following. One is ABAP program. What is that? I have given the whole description over here. You can pause my video and read it out. Again, external command I have just defined, so please read it out after pausing my video. And same for external program. You can have all these details over here. Next, now how the background job is actually running. First, the schedule will be done. Once it is scheduled, particularly for date or time, say event based, how you are defining it. Then it will come to the release part. One, the job is released, only then it will start running. So after released, it will be start running. Then the job states are getting ready to be activated and going to execute. Then once it is active, either two things can happen. Either it will finish successfully, or some point of reason, maybe some due to error, it can be cancelled. So if it is that cancelled, then you have to check the log of the job, why it is cancelled, what is the particular reason to cancel of this job. So again you have to schedule it to run, or else if it is finished successfully, it will again go back to the previous step, that is scheduled part. Then again it will check when the next schedule, it will start accordingly. So come to the next point. Now status of the job, how to know the status of the job, how they are defining. First is scheduled, when the job has been scheduled but no start condition has been given, so it's a scheduled part. Then released, job is completely defined with the start condition and waiting for selection to be executed. Then ready, job has been selected for execution, now every step has been defined perfectly, now it is going to be done. Now active, job is being executed by background work process, that means job is already been running. Now finished, entire job has been successfully executed, that is finished part. And cancelled, job has been terminated with problems, means any sort of error has happened with the job. So these are the steps. Now come to the job part, monitoring, how to monitor a job. So the T code is SM37. From there we can go to the SAP system. When we make the video practical, you'll get to know. After putting SM37, you have to put particular job name, or you can select all jobs, and the username you have to give. Accordingly to select the status, either active status or finished or cancel. And then you have to put some date, particular date, from which date to which date you want to see the job status. After that, if you run the T code, we call it as T code in SAP, you'll find this kind of screen. There you should get the status like this, finished or cancelled. If it is cancelled, you have to double click over here, so that you get the job log, from where you get to know what are the errors happened while the job was running. And in case of it is finished, you can see the status like green as status finished. Now come to the next part. This is all about of job monitoring. I have just shown you in this slide. So this is the detail of it, as I said. So that's all folks for today. If you like my video, please do like it, share it, comment it, and don't forget to press the notification button, so that whenever I post a new video, you'll get the notification out of it. And thank you for being with me, with your patience. Thank you for your love and support. We'll meet with you soon with another video. Thank you so much.